Hey, what's up, everybody? Today, I figured we'd actually do a walk around of my 2001 4Runner SR5 and just kind of talk about it a little bit. I really haven't spoke much about it on this channel at all. I mean, I've kind of done some trail drives here and there with just kind of like some lame footage from the dashboard. But I wanted to talk about this thing a little bit more. And I drove it out here, Point Washington State Park here in Florida. And, just wanted to actually talk about it a little bit and kind of show it off. So yeah, let's, I don't know. You don't have to look at me, so I'll just start talking about this. Let's start up here around, well, first off, look at it, man. It is just a good looking whip, don't you think? I am all about this thing. But anyway, obviously just hit some mud on the way in here. Florida seems to have a lot of mud, by the way. I'm aired down to about 20 psi right now. Nitto Ridge Grapplers in 285, 75, I'm sorry, 285, 70, 17. And these tires have been awesome so far. They, everybody seems to have about the same reviews, that they wear great. They're average as far as noise on the road, like they are what they are. But man, these things have been awesome. These are also the E-rated tires. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me, you might have to look it up on Nitto's website or something. But the E-rated tires actually can handle up to, I think, 85 psi. It's something crazy like that. But I love these things, and they're wrapped around 17 by 8.5 race line wheels. I forgot what the model is, but they're like a bronze with like a fake beadlock look on it. I'm probably the 5th or 6th owner of this thing, but it does have JBA upper control arms, set of Bilsteins, like the 5100s. I don't know if that's the right 5100s, I think, and 2.5 inch or 2 3/4 inch lift all the way around is what this has. I mean, I kind of like the stance, but I have so much weight on the top of it right now that it kind of actually squats down in the rear just a touch. So not a fan of the squat thing, but running that much weight on the top and in the back. I got a drawer system in the back I'll show you in a little bit here. But anyway, yeah, when I got it, there was a lot of things that really sort of needed some love, so I decided to do that. This truck lived its life out in Las Vegas, so it's a desert truck and there's like zero rust on it, and it's only been in Florida for like a couple months now at this point, so still rust free. Got the sport hood on it, and you can see it's pretty oxidized paint job. It's like that throughout the top. Obviously got it that way. Whoever had this honestly like neglected it. I'm sorry. They totally neglected this poor baby, and that sucks. But anyway, I've been giving it love. Don't worry. I've hugged this thing more than you know. But I got Baja Designs fogs. I forget what those are. Down in the fog position. I changed out the incandescents turn signals to LEDs. I got LEDs all the way around on this thing, and a set of BX built headlights that it came with. It actually has some sort of like skull etching in there, which I'm not a fan of, honestly, but that's what it came with, and I'm not going to necessarily swap it out now. Moving up to continue with the lighting talk here, I have a set of Black Series Rough Country ditch lights, and also a 40-inch light bar on the top there. And they're good. You know, they're a bit more on the budget side of things, but for what it's worth, they throw a lot of light, and they look good, and I can't complain, you know. Continuing up top, got Prinsu roof rack with the cutout for the light bar, and then I have the CVT mount hood. It's the 50-inch, and I got my mount there on the side for the water port. I got an additional platform rack on the top there. It's pretty awesome. Got my Max tracks up there. I only have 2 of them. Got them in black. I think they're dope. I have a set of Baja Designs rear scene lights in the back to help with backing up at night on a trail. But yeah, I got a Dirt Com swing out holding the matching 5th spare. This Dirt Com swing out, it just does its job. Got the CVT awning. This is the 79-inch Pioneer. And that thing is awesome. Super, super, super cool. And yeah, I think that kind of takes care of most stuff on the outside here. I mentioned that I aired down before. Well, it's because I'm gonna air back up. I'll show you some other stuff that I have kind of going on in here, but I do have a switch panel and I have an Airb air compressor. Take a look at that, right? And speaking of, look at that. Got the Spiker Engineering struts. That was like the first thing that I had installed. It's the Spiker Engineering struts. There's the fuse box for my switch controller, switch panel. I got a V-gate block on the battery, and it's awesome because I had so much stuff run into that positive terminal. All the positive stuff they're all fused, so it's all good. But anyway, it does have some sort of like K&N air intake thing on it. I again didn't pick this out, so I ended up having to change the mass airflow sensor, the upstream and the downstream O2 sensors, but it runs like a top now. I even took off the throttle body at one point, cleaned it out like super good, gave it the little tweak on the throttle cable to give it a little bit more pedal response, and it's tight, it's good. But there's my Airb single right there, and that thing is awesome. I absolutely love that thing so much. When I first got this, when I turned on the windshield wipers, there was this horrible screech, and I ended up having to remove this plastic cowling right there and take the wiper, blade arms like right off, remove the plastic cowling, and there's an arm in there that moves back and forth, and for whatever reason that thing was bent, and it was like sort of brushing the frame that was in there, and that's what was causing the squeak. Pretty weird as to why that would even happen. I don't even know why that would happen at all. But I got in there and I had to kind of Dremel out a little channel so that thing would not scrape and screech any longer. Anyway, that's the hood. What's under there? She's tight, by the way. She's good. Passenger seat, there's nothing really interesting here other than this is where I keep my cameras or some quick things. I do keep a radio with me, obviously, quick gloves, and Victory 4x4 Molly panels on the center console. I got it on passenger side and the driver side as well. Got some RAM mounts up there with the Garmin Overlander, and then I have a DJI Osmo Action 2 up on the dash as well. And yeah, other than that, pretty standard up here. Nothing else kind of modified. I do have a RAM mount down in the center console there. And yeah, those little USB 12 volt adapters there actually read out the voltage. So I kind of monitor voltage at all times, just making sure that everything's good for output from the alternator. Victory 4x4 panels on the side as well, and I just kind of have these like zipper pouches there just to kind of stuff something real quick if you need to. Seat jackers. I got the seat jackers, man. They're awesome. They put everything at the right angle. Moving into the back. I have the seats folded down at the moment, but it might make more sense if I open up the rear. I already have this pre-done. 4Runner fold down table, by the way. And what do we have? So I have a drawer system in the back here, and this is from Solid Woodworks. Brian is awesome at Solid Woodworks. He is such a good dude. And this is the pre-cut kit that you build yourself and then put it together. And I did exactly that, and everything was amazing and super cool. But you know, it has like little cubbies and everything like that. And yeah, I basically have all this cool stuff back here, so let's kind of go through it too. I got my Tortuga off-road fridge slide, but not only does it slide out with the fridge, let's see if I can do this, but it also has a cutting board on the bottom side of it. So here, there. Of course it locks out. I mean, that's cool, right? It's pretty dope. Pretty good. Pretty good. And you might ask, well, what's the fridge? The fridge is a Dometic, oh god, CFX 35 or CFX 28. I think, no, that's what it is. It's a CFX 28, 28 quart, and it's pretty awesome. I love it. It's just the right size. It's not too big, not too small, and it fits there just right. I mean, the Tortuga platform can actually hold a larger fridge, so in the future, if I do decide to get a larger one, I can, which is great. And just because I'm stopped right now, I just have a little Goal Zero power bank, just kind of keeping it cold. Otherwise, I just run it off the 12 volt that's right there as I'm driving. And if I need to recharge something like this, I actually have the 12 volt adapter to charge this, because this is lithium and it needs some sort of like special magic to actually charge off the 12 volt, and it does that, and it's awesome. Yeah, I do have some roto packs here inside. I'm not a huge fan of that. I was planning on actually getting the sort of addition. It's kind of like a little arm that comes off the back side of the swing out from Dirtcom that actually holds the roto packs like here on the side. And then these would come out of the cabin here. But the platform goes all the way from here all the way up to the front where the seats are folded down. And it's a nice long platform, and if I really wanted to, if I didn't want to deploy the tent, I could actually sleep right in the back, which is cool. I just have to kind of stack some stuff and get some things out of the way. But generally, you know, got my sleeping bag, got my chair. I got some, you know, tools that are in there. I do have some kitchen supplies in there, just things like paper towels and whatever. But if we open up my drawers here, and if we open up the drawers, what we got here, we got the aluminum false tops right there, and I got my Got my stove right there. Got a couple tools in here too. Got my torque wrench, shop towels, got a hammock if I need it, zip ties, quart of oil, ratchet straps, extra battery terminal if you need it, straps for the Max Tracks. What else? I got 2 camp chairs in there. Oh no, got 1 camp chair, the REI Flex Light, which is a cool chair. Look how small that thing is. It's awesome. And then I have a sleeping pad, mattress pad there. So there's that, and everything press fits so nicely. And these are lockout drawers as well. So, you know, I'd put my stove up on top of here. But the nice part about these false tops is that they actually, like if I'm doing this one now, if I pull this one out, they are same size. So I could actually swap them around if I wanted to. And here's what I have in this one. So can koozies, cooking utensils, just got a couple meals on the go if I want, gloves, spray nozzle for my my water port, kinetic rope, just bungee cords, paracord, bug spray, gloves, you know, belts. I got extra belts for that motor if I need it. This crazy spare bottle of water there if I need it. Got a pry bar, crowbar thing. But it's, yeah, it's, I love it. I love it because it holds stuff. I could probably like get 1 or 2 more things in there, honestly, if I didn't have the wood tops on the drawers. Wasn't that cool? And then down in the side cubbies, I just have like a black bed sheet if I want to cover everything up if I'm traveling. It's tinted pretty dark the way it is, and if you're traveling, if you look through the window, you can't see anything, especially with that bed sheet on the top of it. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, here's somebody whistling. There's somebody around here whistling. Anyway, let's see what else I got over here. On this side, extra set of boots in case I need it. But then I got some air tools, got a breaker bar, got a longer ratchet in the back there. Actually have a safety first. I should always have that out kind of close by me, but I just swapped this into this car, so I should probably keep it somewhere close. But anyway, got a jack there. I also have a bottle jack under the seat as well. But that particular jack actually is pretty cool. It acts as a jack stand as well. And on the driver's side, changed out all the bulbs and everything in the dash to be LEDs. But yeah, this is kind of it, you know. And the switch, I have control of my ditch lights, light bar, the rear scene lights. This does have a set of like rock lights on it, and they're also wired into the headlights so that the daytime running lights turn on as well, and they're kind of red. And then here's for the yellow fogs, and then my switch for the air compressor. Center diff lock. There's no rear locker on this thing. I plan on actually getting a rear locker. I plan on like actually triple locking this thing, but I think at the moment, oh, I got a subwoofer under the seat, by the way. I just saw the wires there. That reminded me. But I do have a subwoofer under the seat. It's a kicker, self-contained unit, and the thing is awesome. I love it. It sounds so good. But anyway, I did want to get a locker on the rear, and that's in the cards at some point here. I just don't know when. But it's a great vehicle. It's a lot of fun, and it does well. So, anyway, if there's anything that you have seen here that I talked about that you want me to talk about more, you just let me know, and I'll be happy to talk about it. But I figure I'd give quick little rundown of what currently the 4Runner is doing right now, what it has. So there it is. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything that I talked about on this 4Runner that you found to be cool, interesting, and you want me to chat about it a little bit more, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to talk about it. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and like. That'll help me out to kind of talk about these things more, because it lets other people know that you guys like it and it's good. So do that. Find me out on Instagram at myoverlandrig. And until next time, we'll see you later, and get out there and just enjoy it. We'll see you later.